Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the blue Chinese, we have that Chinese name, a foreign name. Spawn top right side as the red Dutch, why did I say Dutch? We have KLauS117. I think I'm going crazy. Either way, on this map, we do have two native tribes. We got the Comanches ×3, which can give you access to a ranged cavalry, good against cavalry, or you can have access to the Cheyenne, which gives you a cavalry that's also good at cavalry. Armed with spear, though, not bow. So, do you want to fight cavalry or cavalry with your natives? Okay, let's switch to the other player. Don't want to hear the spam clicking. That side has a shipment, so let's see. Local doggo gets gunned down. You monster. Jan Hartog. Don't gun down the wolves. They're good boys. And we have G-Sum-C. I have G-Sum-Simsi? Okay, I was trying to say it fast, seeing this is our word to go along with that. Like, we too low, holy fook, things that sort, but nope, don't see it. And punch that dog, you monster.
Commando?
The Dutch does have a deck. We got Halb Bank Co, so I'm assuming it's Halberdier Banks. Oh, I see a couple of cards I don't really recognize. Villagers, military forms. Halberdiers march significantly more quickly, but do less damage against infantry. So, that's probably not good versus Chinese, who tend to spam out infantry. They do, yeah, just 25% less damage versus infantry. They're already not super great versus infantry, in my opinion, and that does even less. So it makes them more of an anti-cav tool, I guess? I don't think it's going to be very good versus Chinese, who tend to field a lot of infantry. Bank of Amsterdam, Bank of Rotterdam, Dutch East India Company. Banks get plus 100% hit points and cost 15% less. Envoys can now construct banks. Okay, that's a bit interesting. You can make your existing envoy build stuff. Oh, no, still not a good idea to train more. Woodwood, coin, pikemen, infantry attack, team infantry hit points, hussars, advanced arsenal, religious freedom, Irish brigadiers, wood coin, halberdiers, skirmishers. It's mainly going for the Dutch East India. Infantry combat, hussars, routiers, cavalry combat, fort, and tulip speculation. So it's going heavily into banks, of course. And 11th, I don't know. E-exports, northern refugees, wood coin, Chuko news, Quang pikemen, step riders, diplomatic intrigue, wood coin, Arquebusiers, Chengdo swordsmen, territorial army combat, repelling volley, double face armor, meteor hammers, hand mortars, intervention, wood coin, old dynasty reforms, Manchu combat, infinite flying crows, western reforms, and rattan shields, and system to discipline. So the Chinese deck doesn't seem too spectacularly interesting. And Dutch is more focused. We do have now the Logistican versus the Summer Palace, which will give them some free banner armies. The Dutch has, of course, gone for the East India Trading Company. He is collecting up quite a bit of wood there to get out more banks. See, right now they're usually at what, 350, and making 15% cost less. What was I put at? 300? Guess out of the way and see. Click 1. This bear is being shot. It's being unbearable. Oh, looks like he rescued himself a tomahawk. Not bad. Commerce Age. We do have now the military wagon pushway 4 designed for an outpost, or is he eyeing for a barracks? He does have one halberdier here. Wait, did that age up come with one halberdier? Jawohl. Oh, he is being aggressive. Halberdiers do have 36 siege damage. Going for a barrack, so maybe I end up being aggressive with halberdiers. I suppose age 2 halberdiers not half bad. I always forget that they actually do damage, unlike pikemen. Do we have any banks over here? We do have no banks. He's not in the rush out banks, even though he went for East India Trading Company. Maybe good idea to high save some gold for Irish Brigadiers. Yeah, another round of Hussars probably wouldn't hurt. We got a large number of step raiders, so pikemen wouldn't be half bad, and halberdiers. Nothing over here. Not going for a shipment of wood. Let's find some of these villagers. Step riders damage is not that great. They're one population heavy cav. They need Mongolian Scourge to get bonus damage versus villagers. The halberdiers could push their way forward, though the townsmen will provide some damage against them, so probably won't do all too much. Bandit riders are not classified as cavalry, so they won't receive any bonus damage from the halberdiers. But if Red sees this, he could try pushing his way forward, use these guys as a distraction, but he's not. Yes, he is now. No, he's not. Going for some skirmishers now, and some hunting doggos. Has a church there, going for some hussars. And he's cut his village production at the moment. You now have some diplomatic intrigue being researched, which will give him quite a bit of export. He has gone for TS4 smells, so he does have quite a bit stockpiled up. So I'm pushing way forward. Skirmishers will be useful. That'll be okay in this situation. Halberdiers is what providing most of the damage. So maybe I've been mistaken about the halberdiers. I think I just get that bad. They're usually H3 units, so I'm usually used to thinking they arrive too late to be useful. But in this situation, they're doing quite well. Now going for H3, going for the Confucian Academy, which will give him some flying crows. I'm trying to rely on free units. However, halberdiers have excellent siege damage like pikemen. Maybe a good idea for the Dutch to bring in some pikemen. The pikeman shipment there, just get more siege damage going. They will rip apart those step riders. The Wonder is taking a bit of time to be built. They're just engaging. Hussars trying to engage the Chuko News. Got some sentries here. They do bonus versus cavalry. Does he got that army there? He probably won't be able to torch down the Confucian Academy. It has really high health regen. Let's have the irregulars on the field. Try and torch down the trading post now. Hussars don't have great siege. They have average siege attack. Or does go down there. We do have this irregular firing away. And now got a handful of young guards. So we got the French Grenadiers. And now it's 2 shipments available. It may be a good idea to go for the Chuko News while he's aging up. Get some anti-heavy. If not, maybe a good idea to go for both arquebusts and Django swords would probably be good. Because these pike or halberdiers do pose a threat to the Confucian Academy. And Hussars posing a threat to these Grenadiers. He does bring up his Explorer back up. Going for more skirmishers here. Has no wood income at the moment. And there goes that. The Wonder is almost complete. Gains some good siege damage there, but there's now a large amount of reinforcements there from the age up with the arquebusts. He Immediately going for nothing for his shipments just yet. Red is starting to fall back there. He has 2 aged up already. And I see no banks on the field. The Dutch not going for any banks? Heresy. Bring in the arquebus. That's good skirmishers. The opponent has stable, so going for more hussars would not be half bad. The Summer Palace is providing the Forbidden Armies, which looks like give them some very Mongol units. Okay, which ones? And there goes those guys. Seize this army. Good start pushing way forward. There's a shipment of more arquebus. They have not really good siege attack. Oh. What? He deleted his fort? What happened there? He deleted his fort? Is that what I saw? I'm confused. I don't think his opponent had any opportunity to snipe it. Village going on up. We got a good number of skirmishers here. Arquebus have 117 health and 15 damage, 20 range versus 18 damage, 20 range, and 144 health. Now there's a big wave of root here, which are not going to be useful versus arquebus. They will actually be countered by arquebus. Nothing here poses good siege damage, so let's take a bit of time to take out this village. They now have some decimeter hammers. They do have 4 range as a heavy cav, as well as the this one iron flails. Not to be mixed between the two, because it both sounds like they have blunt weapons. Of course, they do have a bit of AoE attack to their attack, and supposed to do a bit of bonus damage versus not heavy infantry. Does have a handful of halberdiers that basically doubled his siege output. They are veterans as well. Now I was trying to bring in a wave of hussars here, as well as the veteran hussars. These heavy cavalry don't do any bonus damage versus cavalry, so hussars will be fine. And he actually has a good number of root tiers actually now for all the heavy cavs, so maybe he's played against his opponent beforehand, and that's why he went for a good number of root tier. Because usually you don't see Chinese players deploy out heavy cav all too often. Usually in small numbers. It's usually the step riders, rather than the various other heavy cavs. So the root tier will be useful very soon. There's a good number there. The root tier and good numbers. Remember, they're 1 population unit rather than 2 population units. Does got one of those guys. Gain some decent damage there. And I'm assuming the meter hammers have a bit of range. Yeah, they are across those heavy cav. Just had to double check. A couple of arquebus do take a volley there. Skirmishers and arquebus now fighting. He does have a couple halberdiers mixed on in. Halberdiers push way forward. Plus he had a stop move order there. Flying Crow flies on in. Hussars trying to overrun now the Flying Crow. Nope, they're not. They're hitting arquebus. Some of the peel off and hit them, but got some Chengdo swordsmen intercepting them. Hussars will take the Flying Crow there, making a bit more breathing room for his skirmishers. Looks like all the Chinese head camp have gone down, barring a couple. Young Grenadiers are getting some good damage on the skirmishers. But they're getting distracted by the Hussar, the single Hussar that remains. All the heavy cav now is down for the Chinese player. More chained those swords charging the way forward, able to rip apart the route here. Halberdiers suddenly appear. They should just, since they're already in good melee range, might as well keep them melee range. And it looks like the Dutch will win out. More Hussars on shipment for the Dutch, while the Chinese players eyeing for more territorial armies, which the skirmishers will be useful, but not so much getting those swordsmen since they are located with part of his opponent's skirmisher composition. More Hussars not being pushed right forward. We've got a number of French or British redcoats. Hussars have a fine angle against the arquebuses, and the redcoats are not really engaged in melee against the Hussars. So one of them is more of the arquebuses going down. Bit of poor marker there by the Chinese player. Hussars are all down, but they did their job. We got a handful of halberdiers here, which will provide some good siege support. Flying Crow still take a bit of time, going for more forbidden armies, which routier will be useful against them. Whoops, I hit my microphone. My apologies. Right now, the Chinese player does have 36 villagers, and looks like the Chinese player back of the game, seeing his villagers getting hit. It's sounding great, saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.